Vish, I would say welcome to the club, but your feet are firmly under the table now. You're halfway through your first season as lead physio at Essex, so firstly, how are you finding things?
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. I think all the coaching staff have been really nice, all the players have been really welcoming. I think I've fitted in quite well. Obviously weird coming from another club to another club, but yeah, it's been amazing. I think the lads have always made an effort with me. A lot of the senior players have made a big effort, and that's obviously helped with the younger players as well. So yeah, I can't say enough nice things about Essex at the moment.
And you mentioned you were previously at another club, you were at Middlesex before, and by all accounts a very popular figure there, as you also are here. So what's it like moving to a different club and working within a different setup? Were there any big changes you had to make to the way you do your job on a day-to-day basis?
Well, it's like with anything when moving from club, or as well as working with the different population and different patient group, is you kind of just have to understand people's personalities, get to know the players and coaches first. Once you've kind of got to know those fundamentals, then it shapes how you kind of do your job. Things that worked well at Middlesex may not work well here, and it's kind of just finding that recipe and how things are done here at Essex, and then how can I add my kind of spin on things. But yeah, just bringing things in slowly. I think the coaches have been receptive to it all. But yeah, a big change, but a very positive change in that.
Essex are 10 games into the Vitality Blast. Those 10 games have come in just over 20 days. There's also been a championship match in that time. That must come with a lot of challenges from your perspective in terms of monitoring players' fitness and managing their schedules to keep them match ready. How do you handle it when there is as much cricket as there is at the minute?
Well, sometimes it's absolutely impossible. I think we were speaking today, and out of the last 21 days we've had 16 days of play, 3 of those days travel and maybe 2 days off. It's been absolutely relentless. So going between red ball and white ball back to red ball has been almost impossible to try and manage. We kind of just had to do the best that we could in terms of workload management, in terms of managing each player, little niggles. So it's kind of just taking it day on day, having good monitoring of each player, especially the bowlers who are having to do lots of hard work. So yeah, just kind of taking it day by day, using the bowling coach's experience, using the senior players' experience of the players and how they deal with a busy schedule as well as their bodies. But yeah, I guess it's just managing it day to day. That's the only thing we could really do here. Yeah.
And we've seen Shane Snater take a small rest already, and now Sam Cook's going to have a little break as well. Was that decision taken with an eye to this important home championship match against Warwickshire coming up on Sunday?
Absolutely. He's played in basically every game, and as we all know, the bowling is a very, very difficult task. So yeah, tactically I think it's going to be beneficial for him, but resting players is vitally important in a busy schedule, just for their mental well-being, their social well-being, as well as their physical well-being. So having an eye on the bigger picture as well as cricket is vitally important for us coaches, as well as, like I said, physios and SNCs, that we're all involved in these decisions.
And kudos to you, the squad is in remarkably good order given the quantity of games and when you look at some of the injury struggles other sides are facing. 4 players that are at various stages of recovery: Adam Rossington, Luke Benkenstein, Doug Bracewell and Michael Pepper. Can you give us an update on how those guys are coming along?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. It's always the element of luck as well with these injuries, and yeah, I guess we have been quite lucky, as well as some good management from the team. With Luke, as everyone knows, he's got a stress fracture of his lumbar spine, and he has to take a period of time out. He's currently on rehab and he's on some rest period. He has been doing a little bit of batting and just been doing a lot of rehab-based activities, so he's coming along nicely. We're speaking every day about how to progress him as quickly as we can and getting back to cricket as quick as we can. But again, with any kind of fracture, they're not an overnight injury, so we just have to keep monitoring him. With Rosso, he's got a fracture of his little finger, so hence why he's not playing. He's in considerable amount of pain at the moment, so we're just managing it day to day. As soon as he's pain free, we can get him into batting and then slowly starting getting him into keeping. But we don't know how long that will be. It's just based on him and his pain levels. In terms of Michael Pepper, the reason why he's not keeping is because he took a blow to his index finger during a second team game, or a warm-up game as such, and we're just monitoring him and taking no risks. So because he can bat and field okay, we're not having the added risk of essentially keeping on top of that. But we're constantly monitoring him, and as soon as he is essentially pain-free, we'll give him the green light to keep as well. Dougie had a minor pec strain before that game, the Somerset game, so we just took it upon ourselves to rest him, and there's no point putting him out for the whole season with a bigger strain. So yeah, it was precautionary, but I think it was the right thing to do. He's going to be fit essentially. Well, he's fit from now on, for the coaches to select him. So again, it's up to them.
Brilliant, Vish. Well, best of luck with the rest of the campaign and keeping the players up and running. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Cheers.